What we'll do now is go to look at some maps to show what is causing all these changes in temperatures and winds. Now you'll see the weather.gov site here has one link that says maps. So this leads to an archive of weather maps for the last 3 to 7 days. And you see you have a choice of maps that you can go to. You can look at your options here. This actually shows an infrared satellite imagery along with the weather systems. And this actually shows radar imagery. So you can look at precipitation that's been going with these weather systems. If you scroll down on this site, you can see that there's maps of all of North America here. And if you go at the very bottom, you can see that there's an archive of North American analyses that goes back several weeks, several years. So we'll start by looking here at the 3-day satellite loop because it's the last 3 days that we're really interested in. Now once you get that to download, you will get a satellite loop and a contour loop, or pressure contour loop that looks something like this. I'm going to start this like so, and you can see that for the last 3 days, you can see all the weather systems that generally move from west to east across the map. Now this shows the situation at the beginning of the period. The time is in the bottom left corner here. This says 18Z, Tuesday, July 14th. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's indeed what it says here. Now 18Z, if you subtract 4 hours from 18, you get 14 hours, 1400 hours. And 1400 hours, that's 2 hours after noon, which means that we're dealing with 2 a.m. in the afternoon here on Tuesday. So you recall on Tuesday there was a lot of precipitation in the area, and you'll notice here there are several low pressure systems here near us. You'll also see that there are fronts here. I'm not sure if you can see them, it's not very clear. That's a cold front over here along this band of cloud and a warm front over here ahead of the system. So all these weather systems gave us precipitation in the earlier part of the week. What you'll also notice over here, this is actually off the map in Hudson's Bay. There's a high pressure system here. You can actually tell by the contours here. Okay, the pressure contours are isobars here. Okay, remember that as you get closer to the high here, these isobars get larger as you get closer in value. Okay, as you get closer to the lows here, these isobars represent pressures of about 1,000 millibars. So you're actually dealing with slightly lower pressures there. And you'll notice here, as I scroll forward, you'll notice that this high pressure system over here, moving in towards the Great Lakes. And you'll also notice that there's more blue on the imagery here, which indicates clear conditions. The reddish here over here that you see near the low pressure systems represent cloud and areas of precipitation. Okay, but what you're actually seeing is cloud. Okay, under a lot of this, there's precipitation falling, but a satellite imagery always tells you where the cloud is. So you'll notice as the high pressure system moves into Vermont, over here, this is Vermont, that things generally clear out, things get more blue, indicating that you have clear conditions over here. So if we keep on going forward here, this is 12Z on Thursday, which means it's actually Thursday morning here. You'll notice that the high pressure system here is very close to Vermont. And here's the key to remembering why things got cool. If you remember our egg beater model, you have a high pressure system that's circulating in this direction. It is circulating in a clockwise direction. You have a low pressure system off the coast over here, and that's circulating in a counterclockwise direction. So in between over here, this indicates that the winds are pretty much coming from the north. Again, when the winds are coming from the north, you're getting cold or cooler, dry air being brought into New England at this point over here. And that's why conditions yesterday were cooler than normal. It's the circulation around this high pressure system and this low pressure system that we're bringing in the cool, dry air from the north. Okay, so in other words, our little egg beater model worked in explaining why it was cool yesterday. Let's see if it predicts whether it's going to be warmer tomorrow. So if we move ahead over here, you can see that the high pressure system is moving towards the east. And we have this low pressure, this area of low pressure moving in. You can see several low centers associated with it. Okay, but this whole very large area of low pressure over here is circulating in this counterclockwise direction, while this high is circulating in this direction, in the clockwise direction here. So in this area in between the two, you have air being brought in from the south. Okay, so the wind is going from the south towards the north. So I'm going to loop this out till 18Z this afternoon. So this is Friday at 2 p.m. Okay, and you'll notice at this point there's cloud moving into our area over here, associated with this southwesterly circulation over here. So in other words, things should be warming up with southerly wind bringing in warmer air from the south. Let's take a closer look at this.